right, well, we're looking in front of us right now. We see that we have a velocity versus time graph. Remember, main things to pay attention to when you're looking at graphs, make sure you look at your units. It always helps you out. And on this one, we see that we have meters per second, and our time is in seconds. Now, two things that we can do to this graph is we can find the slope of the line, and we can also find the area underneath the line. Now, if we really pay attention to our units, we'll see what happens when we do each of those things. Now, when we find the slope of the line, we know that it's going to be our y2 minus y1 all over our x, which is x2 minus x1. And we see we'll have our y over our x, which that would be our velocity all over our time, which we should know that that is the equation for acceleration. Acceleration equals the change in velocity over time. So if we see that there's a slope in the line, we know that there's a change in velocity, so there's going to be an acceleration. Okay, and we can see the slopes on the line here. We see there's a slope, and there's a slope. And those are the slopes of the line. So we know that at those times we're going to see an acceleration. In this case, we'll see a positive acceleration where we go up, and we see a negative acceleration where we go down, which a positive acceleration would mean we are speeding up, and a negative acceleration would mean that we are slowing down. Okay, that's what happens when we find the slope of the line. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can find the area underneath the line. Okay, so if we're looking and we find the area underneath the line, and remember what we're going to end up doing to area. Area we're going to end up multiplying. We're going to multiply basically this meters per second times seconds. And when we do that, multiply meters per second times seconds, we'll end up with the unit of meters, which if we look at the velocity equation, our velocity, moving that a little bit, but our velocity equals distance all over time. Okay, so basically we multiply time by velocity, and we see that will give us displacement. Okay, so if we find the slope of the line, we're going to find our acceleration. If we find the area underneath the line, we are going to find our displacement.